Welcome back to my kitchen. So, we're going to get a little personal today because who doesn't love a good gut health topic? So, when I was 11 years old in 1997, unfortunately, I had a gallbladder attack and had gallstones and had to have my gallbladder removed. It was very traumatic, pretty terrifying. The pain, I can still imagine the pain decades later. So yeah, 11 years old, had my gallbladder, a very important organ, removed. I know they say it's dispensable, but why would God make us with dispensable organs? So I had that removed, and ever since then, I've had digestive issues. From age 11 to age 20, I had 3 colonoscopies because I would go 2 weeks without having a bowel movement. I would get severely distended and I would be in severe pain. And so I kept going back to these Western medicine doctors that I believed had my best interest in mind. Of course, that's all I knew. And they would go inside me and poke and prod and never find out why I couldn't have a bowel movement. Now, unfortunately, I did have my gallbladder removed due to poor diet, which I now know about. My poor diet continued throughout my teenage years, my 20s, and then into my early 30s. I didn't wake up to diet until probably 2016, 2017. And even with having my my bariatric surgery. I did have bariatric surgery in 2015, so 10 and a half years ago. I didn't change my diet much after my bariatric surgery. I cut down my portion size, which helped me lose 100 pounds with the surgery. But I didn't prioritize the healthy, clean foods like I do now. So a couple weeks ago, I went to the Weston A. Price Wise Traditions Conference. It was their 25th anniversary. It was a phenomenal conference. And this time, I did not eat the carnivore diet. I said, I haven't been eating the carnivore diet for quite some time now. So I was very excited to have all of these Weston A. Price approved foods. They source all of their meat and vegetables and every ingredient for these delicious meals locally. And one of the staple items served at the conference is sauerkraut, based on Sally Fallon Morell's recipe. So, my friend Janice has been telling me to make sauerkraut for months, and I've been so intimidated. So, I finally brought out Sally's Nourishing Traditions cookbook, and I said, I need to make this. Let me back up a little bit. So at the conference, I had sauerkraut with every meal because according to Sally, you need to have a tablespoon of sauerkraut prior or with every meal to help aid in digestion and to just keep things flowing smoothly. So I did that. I had the tablespoon, maybe a little bit more. And guys, for the first time, I had a normal bowel movement without supplements. I went to the bathroom in the morning on my own. If you know me, that is a huge deal. I have been taking very high doses of vitamin C. I'm talking 2,000, 3,000 milligrams since I went to a conference in April. Someone said that high doses of vitamin C helps your body detox. Well, that it does. And I was grateful that I was just taking this inexpensive vitamin C. Got it right here. Yeah, just vitamin C powder every morning, and like clockwork, I would go to the bathroom. But we shouldn't need supplements to have our bodies functioning properly. Don't we want to get that from food, the things we ingest, to help our bodies work properly? So I've taken everything. I've taken digestive enzymes. I've taken laxatives, stool softeners. I've even guzzled that magnesium citrate by the bottle because even my husband can attest to this. I would go weeks without having a bowel movement. and I would have to guzzle magnesium citrate to go. Since I went carnivore did help a little bit, but I still needed the supplements to go to the bathroom. So while I was at this conference, it was natural. And that was the push I needed. I was praying the whole weekend. I said, God, open my mind, open my heart, open all of me to be receptive to any good information that I need to get pregnant and to get optimal health, because I just want to feel my best. And he showed me a lot of things. So I came home and I messaged Janice immediately. I said, okay, tell me what I need to do with sauerkraut. When is cabbage in season? And she said, oh my gosh, right now. So I went up to Whole Foods and I got my organic cabbage. And here I am with my mandolin. And I'm going to figure out this recipe because I would much rather take a tablespoon of this fresh sauerkraut that I am making with every meal and have a normal bowel movement. What is that going to do for my gut? I am so excited because lots of God winks lately. A lot of people are telling me that maybe our fertility struggles are stemming from Bryce's and my guts being harmed, unfortunately, over the past few decades. My husband has had his gallbladder removed while he was in college due to diet, go figure. And then he had bariatric surgery 2 years after I did. So we have not been eating the Weston A. Price way all this time. We are finally diving into it. Sally and I had another fertility talk the other day, and she said, Nora, make sure you're getting in your raw milk, at least 8 ounces. I think she said 8 ounces every day, but I'm at least drinking a glassful every day of my raw milk from my herd share. Raw milk helps balance the gut flora. It aids in digestion. It helps boost your immune system. It can decrease inflammation. I should do just another video just on raw milk, because if you know your farmer, if you know where your milk is coming from, raw milk can be so beneficial to you. I went through a few farmers to find the right raw milk for me. Grass matters, apparently, which grass the cows eat. Anyways, so here I am with my cabbage, and all I'm doing, this is an inexpensive mandolin off of Amazon. I've been playing with it lately. My husband just texted me and said, Nora, please don't slice a finger off. I am very accident prone. So Sally's recipe is so easy. 1 medium cabbage, cored and shredded, 1 tablespoon caraway seeds, 1 tablespoon of sea salt, real salt, and 4 tablespoons of whey. So I actually made homemade raw milk yogurt the other day, and I strained the yogurt this morning to capture the whey, because I do try to make my yogurt according to Weston A. Price. So I do not boil my milk or warm my milk over 100 degrees so that it doesn't pasteurize whatsoever. I want all of the good nutrients in my yogurt. So those 4 ingredients is going to give me this gut-changing sauerkraut. So I'm shredding. I'm probably going to make a double batch, because why not? Because I've read that the longer you let the cabbage sit and ferment, the better it tastes. So I will be back with the next step. So here I have my cabbage, 1 tablespoon of caraway seeds, 1 tablespoon of sea salt, and 4 tablespoons of whey that I had gotten from my homemade yogurt that I had made previously. If you don't have whey available, you can use 1 additional tablespoon of salt. So I am using this pounder from Amazon, and you want to pound it for about 10 minutes to release the juices. Then I'm going to be placing all of this cabbage and the caraway seeds and the salt and whey into this wide mouth jar, which is perfect to allow the pounding to happen as well and fit all of the cabbage in. Great size. I will link this in the bottom as well. First bite of my homemade sauerkraut.
Wow.
We've never had it before.
How was that?
It's so fresh. It's just going to get better with age.
It's good.
This sauerkraut was on the counter for 3 days and then placed in the fridge. And as you saw last week, Bryce had the first bite. So now it's been in the fridge for another week fermenting, and the flavor out of this world. It was good last week. It's so much better this week. So, super easy recipe. I got a new kitchen gadget from Hack Your Health this past week that will make this process so much easier. So, as I said, we're gonna learn life lessons through the hard way with me. I accidentally sliced the tip of my finger off with the mandolin. So definitely use the guard and be safe when you use a mandolin. And if you want another tool, stay tuned. I'm going to show you my new hacking tool with the next round of sauerkraut. But this took, 30 minutes or less? And I have this incredible food probiotic, no supplements needed. At least 1 tablespoon of this deliciousness should be eaten prior to your meal 3 times a day to help with your gut health.